Law school teaches you the rules of the game. But what about the language that runs that game? In every courtroom, interrogation, and legal document, language is power, and knowing how it works can make or break a case. Language in the law is a field that explores how language functions in legal contexts, how it's used in courtrooms, interrogations, and contracts. It covers everything from how laws are written to how legal professionals talk to clients and judges. This field includes forensic linguistics, legal writing, and the laws themselves are written and interpreted. Language is in every part of legal practice, and to understand how it works, we need tools from linguistics. Because language isn't just vocabulary, it's structured and strategic, such as phonetics, morphology, lexicons, syntax, semantics, pragmatics, implicatures, speech acts, indirect speech acts, FLA/SLA, and sociolinguistics. Language is power in legal settings. The way a lawyer or officer phrases things can steer conversations. It can even manipulate them. This is especially important in police interrogations and witness cross-examinations. We are faced with things like tag questions. These push the listener toward agreement. It's often used in interrogation. We also use things like reverse/same polarity modal verbs. These are questions like, you couldn't have done it, could you? These confuse or pressure the person that is being questioned. We also have positive and negative agreement tags. These are to reinforce or challenge an agreement, impacting the response that is being interpreted. Then you have questions with or not that ultimately forces a yes or no answer. We also have formulations. These are when a speaker rephrases what another person has said so that the meaning fits the legal agenda. Lastly, we have discourse markers like, well, or, it either softens or strengthens what's being said. Language differences can disadvantage people in court. This can happen due to race, financial status, gender, age, or simply not being fluent in English. This means that the non-native speaker may misunderstand basic rights. It also means that the legalese is so complex that even fluent speakers get confused, like me. Many people often find themselves in situations where they are faced with bias based on their accents or dialects. For example, Miranda rights. It's a major thing that people have to go through when being arrested or things of that nature. If someone doesn't understand them, they can't truly exercise them. Legal interpreters don't just translate. They are vital to fair trials. They act as bridges between the source language and the target language. They do this without adding, omitting, or changing anything that's being said. There are 3 different types of techniques when interpreting. The first being sight translation. This is when an interpreter reads a written document out loud in another language on the spot. The second being consecutive interpreting. This is when the speaker pauses so the interpreter can translate in full segments. Lastly, the third technique is simultaneously interpreting. This is the fast-paced method. The interpreter speaks while the original speaker is still talking. It requires a lot of focus and accuracy. Well, that's it for today. Remember, words shape reality in the courtroom. Understanding how language works, from grammar to pragmatics, gives you the tools to spot manipulation, protect rights, and advocate clearly. So, don't just study the law, study the language of the law.